He's from the Bronx. There's somebody from Iowa, Virginia, Maryland, all over the place, and then you'll see some diplomatic plates too. Anyway, this is our apartment complex. Hey, we even got a dump, and it looks like a dump. Right over there. Looks just like it always does on the weekends. It's just packed full of shit. This is our apartment. It's 4 stories with an elevator and lots of stairs. They're handy when the power goes out. Okay, here's a tour of the garden. Little basil up there. And I got some sweet potatoes. And this was a garden that had peas on the top. It's got some more buckwheat. The squash just doesn't make it for me. It's too heavy a feeder. I took about a lot of lettuce out of here. And the sunflowers and of course the peas are going crazy. Got a few flowers, not too many this year. And this is a rainbow tomato. I must have 8 tomatoes on it. I probably should start pulling things back a little bit. I got a couple of cucumbers off, but I've got a overhang, so I don't really get a lot of sun. Got a few flowers down there, along with some beans and other things. I finally learned that now there's cilantro growing. There's a yellow pepper, and then another yellow pepper down there, down below it. This grape just can't figure out whether it's going to go or not. And this is the last of the window boxes. They haven't been real successful. I'm trying to get some marigolds and carrots and peas to grow up there. That's mint. And there's some more tomatoes, and I found one of those hanging tomato baskets for $1, so I got it. I finally made a cheesy greenhouse, but I had to shade a little bit or everything fried. That's cucumber number 3 there in the middle of the picture. I don't get a lot of light, so I have these shoji screens in back to give me a little more reflected sun. Here's another tomato. And then I've got 3 bags of potatoes going. They're just starting to make flowers. And my friend was growing a bunch of tomatoes, so I got more tomatoes than I know what to do with. But again, everything's in planters. This one should be doing really well. I have to have little things to reach out and get the rain and the dew as it comes down, but that helps these gardens quite a bit. So that's my patio garden. I just need a few more flowers on the potatoes and I'll be able to pick some. These are seed balls for the land back in Texas. Hopefully we can get something growing there. And then I've got a big container full of potatoes and everything else. These are sweet potatoes. These are going a lot better than the new ones that these came out a lot later. And I'll start loading them up with more mulch pretty soon. And there's some more sweet potatoes there. These are gladiolas, but I'm not sure if they're going to make it. I don't think I have quite enough sun for it. I've eaten up just about all of my chard. That's one of my favorites. And that's one of my 2 compost piles. That brown thing is my worm farm. Anyway, oh, and then there's another batch of gladiolas. They're just in a great big tall glass container. Just have to be sure I don't overwater it. But I got a few flowers from some annuals. The marigolds just aren't coming up for me. But I think this rainbow tomato may be, I probably should have cut back on some of those tomatoes. But I just keep feeding the plant and he seems to be pretty happy. Anyway, you can see there's the forest out behind the house. And ever since we got all the rain, we've had a whole bunch of lightning bugs out all through the forest. We got trumpet flowers down there. And there's even a pumpkin or a squash down there. I don't know where it came from.